Hi, welcome to Christy's Stampin' Spot. I'm Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the United States. Welcome, welcome. It is Thursday, October 26th. Halloween is just around the corner. I cannot believe it's already so close to Halloween. But I have another kind of fun card for you guys today. Um, this one you can use for Halloween, or you can change the sentiment for Day of the Dead. But let me go ahead and turn you guys down. Oh, here we are. So this is the card that we're going to make today. Now, I've done most of the work for it, so I'm just going to show you how I assembled this card. So you don't have to watch me fussy cut all this stuff. And then I did want to mention, I will mention again at the end, but we are coming at the end, not only is the 31st Halloween, but it's also the end of our, I'm too quiet. My daughter's coming in to say, is it way too quiet? Let me see if I can move my my microphone over. We were playing with my sound to see if I can get the sound to be better, because I don't know, I'm just having a terrible time with the sound. But anyway, so the 35th. So this is the 35th, Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary, and they're doing a special, joining special, where you can get, our usual special is the $99 for $125 worth of product. And right now you can get that $99 even 35% off. So it's for $64.35, you can get $125 worth of product, or you can get 35% more. So $168.75 product for only the $99. So this is a great special. I'll have the links in the description of this video. So if you want to take, and being a Stampin' Up, you do join. I know sometimes the demonstrator sounds like it's scary, like you have to go live or teach classes. You don't. It's basically you get to shop at a discount, which is awesome. And I'd love to have you be a part of my team. We have lots of fun. So, and everyone needs a discount. There's so much awesome stuff. But anyway, so that is going on until the 31st. Okay, and I love, love. Oh my gosh, there's so much awesomeness. I cannot wait. We've got some great Halloweens. Almost the end of Halloween, but there's some great Christmas stuff too. But we're gonna play with the Them Bones, this designer series paper, and the dies today. And we're gonna use the Happy Halloween from the stamp set. So you can find all that on page 48 and 49. We're also going to use the garden walk paper. So I haven't used that paper. I don't think I've used that paper yet. Um, it's some really pretty patterns. It has for all seasons, which really makes this designer series paper different besides a regular 6x6, is that it, here it is right here. It is that you get 6 sheets. I believe it's 6 sheets of each of the 8 pieces. So usually you only get 4, but now you get 8 sheets, which are 6 sheets. Which that extra 2 sheets, you don't think you need it, but you totally do. Like that really makes it nice if you're going to make multiples of cards. And we're going to use this piece right here. And I actually, if you can see, I have fussy cut out the flowers of this sheet, which is my favorite sheet in this designer series paper pack, to create this card. So let's get started. Hopefully you guys can hear me better. I'm hoping that it's up. I don't know why. It just seems to go like it wants to be quiet. I can't like make it higher. You get this really bad background noise. It's just terrible. We spent an hour trying different ways with different microphones to see which is best. So hopefully this will work and you guys can hear me. I know that when my son puts it on YouTube later, he can up the sound, but it's hard to make sure you get it so you don't have too much of that background. So hopefully this will work, because this is such a super cute card. I just really love flowers. I know that some of you might be, oh, we're still doing skeletons, you guys are done. Isn't that pretty? It's just a different way of looking at that stamp set. And of course, I love the little kitty cat, and then I've got the puppy dog in the inside. Is that awesome? So this is the, like I said, the Them Bones designer series paper. And although you could stamp with the stamp set and die cut out um, the stamped images. I just used the designer series paper and used and used the dies to die cut them out because they die cut out so nice, so nice. So you could die cut out all of the images, and I did. You can see, and what I do is I usually cut it down, so I try to save as much of the paper as I can. So like here's the piece that I cut down, and then and cut out all the skeletons. I use the white skeletons, but you could probably use any of the colors. And again, if you wanted to stamp the images. And I think when I cleaned up my space, did I move the stamp set over here out of the way? I think I totally did. My stamp set. Oh, here it is, right here. Like I know I had it, I just took it out of the way. So this is the stamp set. So you can stamp that has the dog and the cat and the skeleton. So if you don't have the designer series paper, you can totally make this card too by stamping the images. And you could this emboss it, the white on the black. You want to get that same kind of color. You can use a white embossing powder. That would look really nice too. And then I use the Happy Halloween from here. Okay, so what you need to get started is you need a piece of Poppy Parade. So how I decided to choose the Poppy Parade of all of the reds is because that is the color that goes with this pack of designer series paper. So when you look at the paper to decide like your color palette, like on the Garden Walk, it has Cliffs of Coral, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. So I wanted the red, so that's why I chose the Poppy Parade. So I love, it's not that much. I think the Sweet Sorbet is a little lighter, but I really do like. I'm surprised how much I like the Poppy Parade. I'm not really a red girl, but man, I mean, it really is nice to have multiple sheets. You wouldn't expect two. I can't believe 2 extra sheets really makes that big of a difference, but it really does. Of the 6x6, I really do like it. I know you get a little. I think you get one less paper piece, maybe a pattern, but I like it. I like it so much. Okay, so you start with a paper Poppy Parade card front. And this is the 8. I take my 8.5 by 11 cardstock and I cut it at 11 by 4 1/4. So at 4 1/4, and that should give me, it'll give you 2 sheets. And then I scored it 5 1/2. Or you could score the whole thing at 5 1/2 and then cut it at 4 1/4, and then you have 2 card fronts ready to go. And then of course I just use my bone folder to burnish it. Okay, and then you need a piece of basic black, and this is going to be my bottom layer, and it is at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I'll have all of these measurements up on my blog when I get this up, probably tomorrow. And then you're going to need a basic white. Now, if you look, I actually used, for this basic white, I actually dry embossed it with the painted texture. And so I ran that through. I love the painted texture. It's kind of a nice, it's a really good background for, I use it actually quite a lot for a lot of things, but I thought it looked really good with this, for this thing. And so this is at 4 5 1/4 for that. And then you're going to need an inside piece, and that I always have my insides at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 to go on the inside. And then you're going to need a basic black scalloped rectangle. And this is I cut with my, die cut out with my scalloped contour dies. And it's the second biggest. I love these. I use them all the time. And so I die cut that out, and that's going to go right here on the top. So actually I'm going to build, because I don't have any ribbon or anything underneath, I'm actually going to build all of these layers onto my card front first before I start adding all the things. Usually when I'm building, I would like build on this before I put it down, right? Like I always build from the top down. But for this one, we need to actually get it all on here first so that we have it all lined up the way we want it to go. So I'm going to actually use some glue and glue my dry embossed basic white onto the basic black. That. And then I'm going to add the glue to my black scallop. And put that, and just put that right in the middle of my painted, what is this, texture? Is it painted texture? Is that what I called it? Yeah, painted texture die embossing folder. Like that. And so now we have the base, and then we can go ahead and glue this down to our card front. And I'll put my white up here. Just put that on there nice and even. Isn't that pretty? It just looks nice. Okay, so then we need to gather up all the pieces that we need to do our front. So we need our skeleton, and I need the kitty for the front, and then we need our puppy dog's going to go on the inside. And then I took a piece of the garden walk, the one it's got the wild wheat, which I really like. And so I cut off the whole edge. See how I've cut that whole edge off? And I'm going to keep it. So you see I just fussy cut out around the edges there. And I'm going to actually glue this down right there. You can see that's how I did it here, just like that. And then for the bottom, I did the same thing. I fussy cut it out, and this one I actually am going to cut apart. Let's see here. I have bottom piece. So I use the pieces that go to the edge, right? So I cut it right here from the edge, because then I can just set it down and it's already flush with my paper. So I'm going to do that, and then I fussy cut out the gorgeous Poppy Parade blooms, and I'm going to do that. So one of the reasons why I like to have it already on here is because, see, I'm going to go, some of them I want it to be exactly against the white background and not the black. And then some of the little flowers are going to go over the edge. Or if you don't want to make it sure, it's just easier to have it already down so you can really see that edge the way you want it to go. And of course, I always like to lay out how I'm going to get it before I do. Okay, so and this one too, I want to snip this in half. So I'm going to take my paper snips, and I'm just going to snip it right here. I'm just going to kind of go around and make this one a little bit strong, so I can put that one up there, because when you put all three of these behind there, you can't see that one. So that way you snip it apart. Now I still have those three leaves, but they're not as it's not as hidden, right? Otherwise, this other little leaf would be like underneath the flower. So I just snip it apart, and then you can just add it. So you can add it the way you like it. And then I have another one. As you can see, I had another one in this one I cut, and it actually is the flat. I can probably zoom in on this. There we go. Can you guys see that? How it's already cut. I just, on this side, just cut it. And so it's already that flat edge. And I'm just going to set it just like that. So kind of like a big puzzle piece. I'm doing it like that. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment. Let's see, I need one right here. I kind of put another flower like that. Let's see, this one was up a little bit more because that's where I put my kitty cat. So you put the kitty, like, so it's sitting right here on the flower, which I thought was totes adorbs, right? And so, and this one I used has one that goes all the way down with leaves. Let's see, did I have that one cut out, or should I cut that one out? I can't remember if I actually cut that one out already, or if, let me look and see. If I had it already cut out. I don't. Okay. All right, so I wanted this one to be with let's see, how do I have that? It's got the flowers going down. So let me see. I cut the piece. I had the piece out. Let me show you guys. So I wanted to have a piece that has the flower, and then have it going with a little bit of the leaves to going down. So like this is the corner right here that I use for up here. And let's see, how did I do to do that? Oh, I bet you I cut it, and I cut it twice. So it looks like I got this under the flower. So let's go ahead and fussy cut this part out. You can do all these whole leaves, and then you can build it like you would a bouquet, um, and just fussy cut. I really do like to leave a little bit. Sometimes I like to leave some of the color, this lovely. I guess it is the wild wheat, right? So I'll leave that little flower, but I'll cut these ones out on this side. Cut that. That one is kind of. Let's see. Just cut around this flower a little bit, give it a little bit more definition. That, there we go. That's pretty. And then we'll have the flower, just kind of like that. It's clearly kind of how I had that done. And then I want to put my my skeleton like that. And so now I just need to do my sentiment. So how I did that is I actually cut up some basic white cardstock strips, and it's at I think it's 1 1/8 is how long. How is that? How I have? Yeah, I have it at 1 1/8. And so we're gonna set that aside. I'm gonna use that Happy Halloween that's from the Bag of Bones. Like if you don't have, if you were gonna make this more of a Day of the Dead, you could probably use one of your stamp sets to stamp it out, or just put Celebrate even. You don't even need to say Day of the Dead. There we go. That nice and inked up. Oops, I have it backwards. And then let's get that on here. Just put that in the middle. Win. And then you can use your paper snips, or you can use your cutter, your trimmer. I'm just gonna snip it just like that. That way, if I had long strips, so in case I didn't get a good one, I could just keep going down until I had it. But luckily, it went pretty good. Is that pretty? Love it. Okay, so for this one, so now I want to make sure before I glue down my sentiment, I'm actually going to glue or use the Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to glue down the top and the bottom pieces, and then build that way. So I'm going to go ahead and use glue on this top piece. So yeah, so depending, not every designer store's paper has a different pattern, and so you'll find some patterns. I mean, it might have where it would look better on the edge, on the bottom edge, or so you kind of like a puzzle piece. You can get it fussy cut out the pages, but I find that I like to use the regular edges of the flowers, so I don't have to cut it straight. It's already cut straight. You can just put it up against, which makes it easier, I think. Okay, so then we're going to glue the bottom piece down. Right, now that we kind of know it needs to go all the way over and a little bit here on this edge, so that it all will fit. Do you want to make sure you keep it on so it doesn't go over the edge? So if you're going to mail it, you don't want it to go out everywhere, right? And then we're going to put flower. There's the one edge, kind of like that. And I'm not putting Stampin' Dimensionals on these because we are going to put the other things up on the Stampin' Dimensionals. So you don't want to use too many Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay. And then, I need to tuck these in. So before that gets dry, let's tuck these in. this one in. Oops, did I let it get too wet? There we go. That. And then the other one is, what did I do with the other? Not this one. This one goes at the top. Did I drop it off on myself? What did I do with the other? The other, I know we want to put this one there. I have another set of leaves. What did I do with the other leaves? Did you guys see where I dropped them down? I wonder if I dropped them. And it was moving around. Is that that? Don't. I love that. I love how I just lose stuff in 2 seconds, right? Okay, so I know that this one goes at the top. That one's for the inside. Didn't knock it down, but I didn't think I knocked it all the way off the paper. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is. I found it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Don't lose your leaves. Okay. And tuck it in. Like that. There we go. And then add a little glue on this one that goes flat. Like that. I'm using that edge. Go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, love, love, love. Okay, what are you doing? Okay. And then I did get a little bit of glue. I love these glue erasers. If you don't have a glue eraser, these are really awesome. I love these glue erasers. Stampin' Up used to sell them, but you can get them now on Amazon or at like the Dollar Tree or at any of the places that sells craft supplies. You should be able to get those pretty easily. Okay, let's not lose that. Okay, so now that we've got the base down, now we can do put in our sentiment, and I have my black. Got some black. So Stampin' Up has a combo pack. I've actually used all my big ones. I'm down to my little ones, but I want to use them all up before I get out another pack. But they come in minis. It's a combo pack of mini and the big ones of the black. And I like to use the black, especially when I'm using on black, because then you can't, if it moves sideways, you can't really see the white behind it. I kind of like to use the black. And Halloween is the best time to use black, your black dimensionals. So you get those little papers everywhere. Okay, so before I get that stuck down too hard, I'm going to make sure I know where I want this to go. So I did want to make sure I covered that one piece of the leaf that wasn't fully, and I wanted it to be a little bit off of the black, scalloped, just a little bit off the bottom. So just like right there. So I kind of know where I want that to be, and then I want to put one of these to go right there, so I know that it can still be on here. Let's see if I have it small. There we go. Like that. We know I want to put the this one down, and this one like that, and then put my skeleton is down like that. And it looks like I'm missing my one flower. Let's go ahead and use this. So this one's another one that's got the cut edge. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue, and we're just gonna tuck that under. That. So there we go. Awesome sauce. Okay. And then this goes down right there. Yeah. Okay. So we want to put that. Have this up higher. I'm looking at my sample one. I'm really one that first time I do it, it takes me forever to try to figure out where I want things to go. Now, if you want to tuck it in more, you can always put in your Stampin' Dimensionals farther in. I didn't want to do it too much because I wanted it to kind of go over the top edge there. I do want to tuck this one under. So, it's much easier to tuck stuff under when you have the Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm trying to make it glue in one layer. tuck it under here before I stick it down too hard. There we go. Just like that. Then I need to get a little bit of glue. I will probably hide it with my skeleton, but make sure I get all the glue up. And of course, if it's super gooey, if it's super wet, don't use your eraser until it's like almost dry, right? You want it to be, because if you've got too much glue, try to get it off with your finger before you use it with your eraser, because the eraser, if your cardstock is really wet, it will tear. You don't want it to tear, so that would do that. You don't want it to tear your pretty cardstock. Okay, so then we know we want to put him kind of like that. And then I need to get another flower, so we'll need to fussy cut another flower to put there, and then this one there. Although this one would probably look better if I tuck it this one here like that. So I need to make sure I have one that's like a full. And here is one that is full. So let's fussy cut this one out. And I know that these are really close together, but because it is the Poppy Parade, you just slim this down so that it looks good. And then fussy cut, I know. Now, if you do not like to fussy cut, we do have the paper florist dies, which is after I got all this done, I was like, oh, you know what? I could have used those paper florist dies. And I actually used those to make the flowers on the coffin card that I made earlier in the week. And you could totally do that with this as well. Use those paper florist dies to do this. But I really kind of like the background of the designer series paper. I just love to fussy cut designer series paper. And I love my dies too, but I do love to fussy cut. So I don't know why I like to fussy cut so much, but I do. I find it it's kind of relaxing for me. There you go, just like that. And then, okay, so now this is the most difficult part of the fussy cutting that I do. Is going to be the little flowers. So let's go ahead and get all that on there. Can you guys see that I put these little tiny flowers, which really makes the Day of the Dead, I think. And those are actually from the designer series paper, and I just fussy cutted them out with my, I love our paper snips. Let's go ahead and put these on. So this one over here, I need to use a glue dot and some black. I'll use more black of the minis. So of these, I'll put those right there on the petal. And then I'm going to use my glue dot to attach it to my Happy Halloween sign. Love this stuff, man. This is so cute. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can hear me. It's always, I don't know about equipment sometimes. I had tried to see if, because when I'm doing Zoom, my computer just by itself is fine. Man, when I try to do the computer, and I want to put this one also up on Stampin' Dimensional, and then just tuck it underneath. I have it tucked under there. It's kind of like that. So one of the little pieces just pokes up, and it's not glued down. I just use the Stampin' Dimensional to stick it. So for these ones, though, I am going to use my black, and I'm actually going to cut these down. So there are some edges. You see these lovely edges on the sides. So I'm just going to cut it straight. And you can do this even on the white ones. I do them all the time like that. And so I can put these ones over here. Just like this. And I'm not going to put it on his hand because I'm going to put a little bit of glue dot there because I want it to be, see how he's flush. His hand's flush. So I want it to be flush on here. So you don't want to, that's the hand that's sticking up that's going to attach. So we'll put a glue dot on that one. So we don't want that one to get up. The other ones we need to be up. So I've cut these so that I can put on their leg. And now I'm looking at it and it doesn't look like I got it thin enough. So I'm going to cut it again. Oops. Actually, let's see. Does this one look like I cut it? Oh, this one's on this side. It is thin enough. So pull that, and then just cut it. Because you want it to be thin enough so you can't see it, but it does give it it does give your skeleton a little bit more integrity on the piece of paper. So, oh hi Robbie, thank you. Good. My daughter said it sounds better. It's awesome, 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 awesome. I don't know why. I'm always so freaky about the sound. I always have the most trouble with that. And then I have to make sure all the devices are off. I don't know if you guys are like our house. We have so many smart TVs, and it's actually my husband's. If he doesn't remember to turn off his Kindle, put it on airplane mode. That one actually has the most, like really, it does do the most Wi-Fi. Like it still does Wi-Fi, so I have to make sure I get that turned off. That oh, he's so cute. Okay, and then and there, I mean, I think if you're into the Day of the Dead, this this is an awesome stamp set as well. And this paper will work for more than just Halloween. And then we do have, although I didn't use it today, all that glow in the dark paper. I cannot wait to use it with. We have a new one that's like with fireworks. It's towards the end of the. It's not on the very last page, but it's closer to the end of the September to December annual mini catalog, and it. Okay, oh wait, I need to put one of these. Almost forgot to put the glue dot on his little hand. To use that glow in the dark paper to make those fireworks. I'm really excited about that. I also have been playing with the those. I have a craft fair in the first weekend in November, so I've been working on stuff to sell and have prepared for that. And I've been making some Christmas cards with those gorgeous new the glittered add-on that's available now. It's so much fun. So stopping the Christmas cards to make this one is quite awesome. How pretty! Oh, I love it. Okay, so we need to do the same thing with the cat now. And the cat one I can use this fatter back. And I'll just put this in the bag so I don't lose these because that works really nice. And I'll put that on there. And I'm gonna. Now I didn't put anything on his tail because I'm gonna like kind of like tuck it. So he's sitting over here on this flower, just like that. Okay, so as you can see, it looks pretty awesome, right? I haven't put my jewels on there yet, but see how I put the flowers on their head? Now that is actually from the little designer series paper right here. You see these little pieces that I have like over here? Look at how little that is. So if you're not into fussy cutting, putting some of this flowers on them might be too daunting, but it looks pretty good even without that. This almost looks like I have it. It's almost what it almost looks like he has a wearing a flower hat on this one. Let's see here. I'm just gonna cut this out, and I can't do it like really like perfectly around the things, but that's just a little bit, and then I'm gonna use a little tiny bit. Actually, I have. I think well, no, I can just do it. I was trying to think of if I can do it with a little bit of glue, just a tiny bit of glue. And then I need I dropped it. Oh, there you go. I take a big tool, and I'm gonna add this to his ear. He's got a flower by his ear, and then just use my big tool, kind of get it into position. You see that? So cute. Okay, so then I need to do 3 for here. I know it's crazy, right? Yeah. My daughter's like, "Ooh, you should add the flowers." I'm like, "I can totally do that," but that seems a bit daunting. But I do like to fussy cut, although that's a lot of fussy cutting. You have to make sure you have really good scissors. I do like our paper snips. They work really good as long as you don't drop them on the floor. I have a tile floor, and I have dropped multiple pairs where I just then mess up the edges. Okay, so there's one of those. And then let's see, that one's another big one. Fussy cut for the inside. Here we go. Here, right here, these 3 are pretty big. So let me get these right you have a stamp that's small enough that you could say you could stamp just a little bit, because you could probably stamp a flower on their head to make the wreath instead of fussy cutting out flowers. But so I love to fussy cut. Although this is insane. I mean, it's really tiny. I feel like I need to get one of those things with the magnifying glasses so you can put it underneath so you can do it. Here's the other one. Cut it. So just basically getting a lot of the excess is what I'm doing off, because I can't get all the way around those petals. You do want it to be little and mostly just of the poppy parade. And luckily, if you mess up, there's like a ton of these tiny bitty ones. So you have plenty of ones you can use. Okay, but there we go. I've got those 3. Let's see if I can zoom in so you guys can see. See how small those are? Okay, so then I'm going to add them to, and I'm just going to put the glue on. Let's see if I can get the glue. 1, 2, 3. So I put the glue onto my skeleton, and then I'm going to pick up my pick tool and then set them down on here. Maneuver them about. Just like that. See that? Awesome! So I put the glue down first, and then I use my pick tool to pick it up and set it down. That works pretty good. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so right now my favorite gems are the sparkle gems. And these are from the annual catalog. But I love them. They have black and silver, and this is almost like the champagne. Do you guys remember those champagne ones that we had before? I love those champagne ones. This is very similar to those champagne ones. I was thinking they just looked really nice. I think if you're gonna do some autumn cards, the champagne ones would look really good too with it. But I'm just like, ooh, I love these. These are pretty, so pretty, so pretty. And then I think they only come in 2 different sizes. I mean, I would love it if it was in. They had them in 3 different sizes. I think I'm one that really likes multiple sizes of these, but 2 sizes is good. You see that? It's pretty. Love, love, love. They've got their gems on there. And you can, of course, add some sparkle if you wanted to add to the flowers, too. I think just that little bit on the sparkle on the edge. And I did 5 jewels instead of just 3, which I usually do just 3. But for this one, I wanted to add a little bit more into the flowers to give it just a little bit more sparkle, because it's not really that sparkly of a, even though it's got the flowers. It's like, oh, need a little more sparkle. Isn't that fun? Oh, love. Okay, so now, again, it's not done until we do the inside. So we get our inside piece, and then I did take the, there we go. I just cut strips. I did not try to fussy cut. I just did some strips to put on the inside and the back of my card. So for this one, because I'm going to use so I've got 2. This one's got a lot of red. I'm going to put that one on the back. This one I'm going to put on the front, inside, because I want to add, I'm going to add a flower. I'm going to fussy cut a flower to put in here to go with our little puppy. This is so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this down on our inside. Now I didn't stamp anything on the inside. You can, and I always stamp then when I stamp on the inside on the back of the card. But put the Happy Halloween. There's a couple of different Happy Halloweens, or No Bones About It. I mean, that one's super cute. The No Bones About It, You're a Sweet Friend, or Eat, Shriek, and Be Scary. But I just didn't put anything on the inside. I wasn't sure what I wanted. Put whatever you want on the inside. Okay, so it's the glue. All right, so we know we want to put, I don't think I already had a fussy cut, did not have another fussy cut out flower, so let's do that really quick. Now, can you imagine if you guys had to watch me fussy cut all those flowers out? So this is like, I will get, while I'm watching TV or sometimes like I'm in a Zoom meeting and I need to do something with my hands if I'm not taking notes, I am fussy cutting. So if it's not flowers like here, like in that polar paper, the polar bear paper, there's one that's the walk in the forest and the other's the berry cute. I don't know if it's called berry cute paper. I don't remember what berry Christmas paper I think it is. It has all those animals. I like fussy cut out all those pages. So I just like to do it. I don't know why. I know that some people have the cricket, and there's something you can do about to use that that'll help you cut out those images. Um, we had a wedding 2 weeks ago, and she had used her cricket to do these beautiful vellum and basic black cardstock, like these scenes. And my daughter was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because my husband did 3D the print her lanterns, but she made like the screens for him. It was so pretty because her wedding was at night, and so it was for the tables. But my daughter was like, "Why don't we have one of those? Like, I don't need another thing to learn how to do." But I love to fussy cut, so it hasn't been a thing yet for me to have to buy one of those. But apparently, it does all kinds of things. But yeah, I have not got one of those yet. I say yet because you can never say never. But yeah, I do love to fussy cut. And then I'm gonna glue down my little puppy. And then just like I do on the back, I definitely wouldn't. I mean, you could use Stampin' Dimensionals on the inside. I usually don't because then it catches on stuff unless it's one of those easel cards. And this one is not an easel card, so I don't want to put dimensionals behind my puppy. I'm just going to glue him down so that he is down there so it's pretty flat, so he doesn't get everywhere. I thought I got glue. It looks like I missed that glue in one spot and not in the other. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue to my take a pick tool here. Lift his little leg. It looks like I missed one little spot of his leg with glue, so I'm just going to add a little glue to the bottom of his leg. There we go. I want it to stick down. I want it to stick down. Now I've made a big mess, which happens. I make such a mess. I just did, I was making some Christmas trees. And it is like multiple layers, multiple things. And my desk was like 5 layers deep of stuff. It's terrible. Took me an hour and a half to clean everything up. I'm really bad. Oops. Almost that paper. There we go. And then don't go too hard. Got glue on there. Went too hard. And scrunch my paper a little bit. That's right. That looks okay. It's not too bad. Because otherwise I would have to start over. You don't want that. Okay. There you go. On the inside paper. All right. There you go. So now we have our inside piece. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down before I make too much of a mess. And this is not the right one. Where's the other one I had? I got like 3 things of glue, 2 going. Some of it is almost out of glue. I just don't want to get rid of it until it's completely gone. But I do have a trouble squeezing. During the pandemic, I broke both of my wrists, which is terrible. You shouldn't do that. And so it's harder for me. Like I did, I squished it, and then it went a lot. And I had some baby wipes underneath. I keep baby wipes under my desk in case I have a serious goo mess. And I went to use them yesterday, and they were dried out. So I know you can add like alcohol or something to re-moisten your baby wipes, but I did not get that done. Luckily, it was down to they were almost all gone, but do that. so pretty. I do like the Poppy Parade. And I'm not a red girl, but I think the Poppy Parade is definitely growing on me. It's very pretty. Go. Oh, I've got glue all over my fingers. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so I did add on this one. I think I did add a flower on the puppy. I totally did on his collar. You guys see that? So let's see. Do I have another one of those flowers in here? Is that like a... Let's see if I have a little piece. Do I have a little piece? I might have. I thought I had one that I had left out. But I can't see if I've got one. If I've actually... Here we go. Here it is, right here. I was like, I knew I had one. Right here. It was close to being done. From that set of 3. And... I almost have enough glue already over there to glue this down. Although this one I think I might... Let's see if I put it in his... Put it by his ear instead of on his collar. I think I want to do that instead. So I'm going to put a little bit over here by his ear. Up here instead of... And then... So turn it this way. Then up. Set it on his ear. So flower by his ear instead of on his collar like I did with the other one. I like that better. I thought that looked much better. But isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, it's so totes adorbs. It is pretty cute. Flowering up the skeletons. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. And look at I've got glue everywhere. Okay, so I need to put... So this one had a bunch more of red. And I didn't use it on the inside because I was adding that red flower. So let's put that on here. Like that. And then I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp my... Let's see here. This is the Stampin' Up logo from the Stamped with Love. And then this is my new... it's got my website, my name, the logo. And go on top. And then I didn't do it on the other one, but I think I want to on this one, is I want to stamp the cat on the back. So let me pull the kitty cat out. That was, I'd say that, although I always get the Halloween stuff, but the puppy and the kitty cat really made this one want to be like, ooh, I must have it. I must have it. But it's so super cute. Get that on my block. Let's get him nice and inked up. My memento. And then I'm just going to stamp him right there. Isn't that cute? Oh, and you know what? I did not do him on the original one. I did not stamp the kitty. I'm totally going to do it now because it's like naked. Just with just that. I need something else. I love this cat. It's so cute. I know there's something about cats, right? Especially for Halloween. There you go. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So now we are done with our pretty card. We've got our bling on there, and we've added our flowers to our skeleton and to our animals. Cute. Oh, I do like it on the ear better than on his collar. So if you like the collar or on the ear, super cute. These are so fabulous. So I hope you guys liked today's kind of Halloween with a flair of Day of the Dead with that white and black and the Poppy Parade, which is kind of nice. Like I'm really warming up to the Poppy Parade, and that's a great way to use this designer series paper, or even like I said, the Garden Walk. And you can use this probably with any of your papers. I just really like the way this flower was constructed. I thought it just matched really nicely with my skeleton. You can probably use any of the pretty blooms, or use the Paper Florist dies would make great flowers for that as well. Okay, so let's see. I mentioned earlier when we first got on about the 35. It is Stampin' Up's 35th anniversary, and so they have a deal to the end of the month, so till the 31st. When you join Stampin' Up with the starter kit, you can either choose to get 35% off that $99. So for $64, you can get, and 35 cents, I think, to get $125 worth of product, or you can choose to get 35% more. So you pay that $99 and you get to pick $168.75 worth of product, which is so phenomenal, right? That's so awesome. And then you get free shipping, and then there's like a bonus free paper pumpkin kit. Oh, you don't get to choose which paper pumpkin, but they give you a sample paper pumpkin kit. So there's like so much awesomeness when you join, and then you get the discount on your future orders, and there's no obligation, not even to make your first order, even to make an account. Let me tell you, you're going to want to, because next month you you could add the cute new the stuff that comes out November 7th. We have the online exclusives that you can add to your starter kit. We'll of course have there's also for everyone on November 7th, everyone can get those cute online exclusives, plus some that we haven't been able to see. But in December, we get to see, so the end of November, we'll get to see the new annual catalog, the new January to April mini catalog, the spring catalog. So excited. And then we get to pre-earn early. So we get to get the celebration stuff in December, so it's like an extra month. So not only do you get a discount, then you can get to order stuff early. And with the way things going, I mean, I know that the All About Autumn is back in stock. At least it was before I went live. Who knows how long that'll be there, but that gorgeous paper will be available. But that's one of the best things about being a demo, is that you get to pre-order and get stuff early, and you get to see when things come out right away. And I don't like to wait, so that's something I love. Also, I think I mentioned those fabulous add-on. Let's see, I actually have a add-on here. Let me grab one so I can show you guys those cards. They are huge. So this is like $14 for it's $14 for 20 of those cards and envelopes that match the paper pumpkin that was last month's, our October paper pumpkin, as well as November. And you have till the 10th of November to get the warm wishes that kind of coordinates with these two. But those are also treat boxes, I think, treat packaging of some sort. And so that's one of the reasons why they came out with these fabulous card and envelope that you guys can get. So they're like 5x7. So it's a 5x7, and I've been cutting mine down. But it's got the glitter. Do you guys see that glitter? Isn't that gorgeous? And it's in the sky too, and on the trees. So they've got this glitter all over it. So if you got the October paper pumpkin, it came with some glitter glue. I'm not sure if the refills do. There are still refills available. I don't know if they includes the glitter glue. I know that when you get the refills, they don't include the stamp set, but you can get the all the pieces. But this is super cute. It's fabulous. I'm going to cut them down. That means I can make 40 cards, right? And it's glitter. It's so pretty. And I've got the polar bears. I'm putting the polar bears on that. They're super cute. I'll have to come back and show you guys maybe next week how I made those, because this is really fabulous. So these are available now in my online store. You do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber to pick those up. But oh my gosh, Paper Pumpkin just gets better and better. So anyway, thank you guys so much. If you need anything, let's see if I can make it come up. You can use my October host code unless you spend $150. And don't, because then you get Stampin' Rewards, and you need to use the Stampin' Rewards. If you make a $50 order in my store, I send you a card with and a free embellishment for me. If any order, I will send you a card. I think yesterday the customer cards went live to show you what I send my customers every month. So, and then if you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe my channel so that you get notified every time I have a new video up. And of course, like this video if you are watching on YouTube. And of course, comment. I love when you comment. I will, even if I don't see you while I'm live, I always go back and check and answer any questions. So I love that. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Have a great weekend. I don't know if you guys are all having Halloween parties this weekend. It's Thursday, so we'll probably be watching the new Loki episode tonight when it comes out. But I hope you guys enjoyed my Happy Halloween kind of nod to Day of the Dead with that this fabulous no bone the Them Bones designer series paper and the Garden Walk designer series paper. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and happy crafting. Bye.